Welcome back to the channel, everyone. We're here for another hike. We're at Powdermill Nature Reserve, which is near the town of Ligonier, about 55 miles from Pittsburgh. So nice day trip from Pittsburgh out here if you're in the Pittsburgh area. This is part of the Carnegie Museum of Natural History, and they bought this reserve area back in the 50s. I think 1956 is when they bought it, and made it a reserve just to study the natural ecosystem. I guess at the Natural History Museum in Pittsburgh, they have all kinds of information about ecosystems and natural life from all over the world, but they wanted something from the area that they're in Western Pennsylvania here. So they got this land, and they do a bunch of studies of just the environments in our area here of Western Pennsylvania. They have some mountainous area on the property here. They have some open fields, some wetlands type area. So all kinds of areas that they can study here. And we're gonna get out and explore some of the trails. They have a few trails that you can hike on, a couple that are around a mile that we're gonna hit today, and then a longer one that's about 3.5 mile round trip that goes up to a vista. Don't think we're gonna hit that one with me today, but maybe in a future episode here. So cool, I've never been here before, so excited to check it out and see what it's all about.
So hello everyone, we're at Powdermill Nature Reserve. We're going to take a hike on this trail here today, and it's located in Rector, Pennsylvania, about 55 miles southeast of Pittsburgh. And the specific things we're going to look at today include the water quality. I'm going to be taking a look at a stream nearby on this trail, and I'm also going to take a look at the geology, if I see any outcrops on this trail, and also maybe just take a look at the overall landscape and see what's going on with regard to the ecosystem in general. Like if you show the camera out this way, we can see these large stand oak trees, and then we see all these saplings in between. So that's going to be like a good way for the forest to regenerate over time. You know what I mean? Yeah. So like after these old trees die, like these really old, few 100-year-old oak trees, we'll see these younger ones grow up and restore the forest back to the way it was like originally. It'll be able to grow back to an old growth forest again.
From what I understand, this place has a few different ecosystems. It's a pretty cool rotting out log. Yeah, it's fairly open underneath here. It's nice to have some interpretive signs along the way, tell you about the things that you're seeing. Is out there?
Can't see them right here. Oh, I see them now.
Now through the end of the month, the Game Commission is doing a turkey survey. There's like a website, if you see turkeys, you can report in where and when you saw them to help them like survey the turkey population in the state. Those are just real little guys, though.
You just barely see them with the camera on ×3.
Yeah.
There you go, now you can see them moving.
It's not super easy to see them in person here. They blend in pretty good with the surroundings.
That is crazy that the phone could do that. That blew my mind. I'm still watching them through the phone.
Come to a neat little area. We have a small stream that we just crossed a bridge over on the one side of us, and a little bigger stream on the other. Neither has a ton of water in it right now, which is to be expected coming to the end of summer, and especially we've had a super dry summer, so it's good to see that there's just any water in it right now. This would be a really cool place in the spring when there's a lot more water flowing, but even right now, it's just peaceful, chill area hearing the water run down through the stream, and just nice views so far. Already seeing some good wildlife out here, so let's see what else we can find.
Take a look at this stream here. It looks like it's pretty dried up right now. We don't see a lot of flow, but we see like pools of water. I think that's just from the dry weather we've been having, but if you see in this pool right here, there's a lot of, it's an orange color. That's from the abandoned mine drainage that we see a lot of in Pennsylvania. That's pretty common, especially in western PA and central PA and Cambria County especially. There was a lot of mining back in the day. Back in the mid 1800s, the early 1900s, there was a lot of mining operations going on. So we see a lot of that, and there's a lot of treatment systems now that they installed to try to clean up some of this drainage.
We got a little stream here. Not a ton of water in it. It's good to see some water in it though after how dry the summer has been. Thankfully we've got a little bit of rain recently. To the sun here, this is Powdermill Run coming down to my right here, and coming from my left is White Oak Run to join Powdermill Run, which I assume that's the namesake of the nature reserve, the Powdermill Run.
So this is a beech tree we're looking at right here, and this leaf, see how there's stripes in it compared to, this is like a more healthy leaf here. Like these are all, but so a lot of these leaves don't have stripes in. This is a devastating disease that's affecting all the American beech trees in the eastern United States. And we see this leaf here, we see these linear stripes in it. And I know a little about this because it eventually stops the budding on the tree in the spring, and it causes the leaves to curl up in the summer. And it stops the growth of the tree pretty much. Then like for a bigger tree like this, I'd say like after several years it might kill the entire tree because it spreads up through all the foliage up to the top of the tree over time.
We're attempting to get the drone launched here. We didn't want to launch it right on the bridge where it was open because we didn't want to hit the sides of the bridge. So we got to get it up a little bit under this tree cover, then get it out over the bridge where it can go up through the clearing and get us some good shots of the tree canopy.
Yeah, in the woods. So Powdermill, you get the very first attempt at this. It's just a good open area to try this. That was one and done. That isn't happening again.
Never?
I don't know, but...
Hey, you did it once, you'll do it again, I'm sure.
No, I'm not.
Yeah, I bet.
It. No, I don't want to drop it, Josh. Don't jinx this. Not this one.
You'll fly underneath the bridge again.
No.
Yeah.
I don't think we'll call it Evel Knievel.
It was one thing when we were fighting those little birds at Kimberly Run, but when we got hawks circling the drone, it's a little different.
The overall canopy in this woods is interesting, like the dispersal of the trees. Like we see some larger old growth oak trees in this woods, it appears like, and then we see a lot of younger saplings in the woods. After these old trees die, we see these young ones are already 30 to 50 feet high. So it's already partially regenerated, but they would continue to grow for another 100 or 200 years, depending on the growth of the forest and the overall ecosystem and the climate in general. If we see any climate change over time, the forest might have some issues with maintaining its stability over time, depending on the climate. It really is. It's a nice open forest. We don't see a lot of brush underneath the trees, like causing a lot of encroachment, you know what I mean?
Yeah. You can see we are in the middle of the woods. I mean, obviously we're on a trail, we're not far away from civilization, but really cool to see. You can see I think we're gonna come up on the parking lot even.
So we got a lot of woods around us and some open fields down that way. Showcase as well, it's 220,000 plus acres that this nature reserve covers.
Is this drone waterproof?
No.
Do you have, what if it falls in, will you be able to get another one for free?
No, not this one. The other one. Now watch out.
Some good shots.
The whole thing too. Take that, AJ. Take that, Josh. And other Josh, everybody that saw the only drone wreck that we ever had on the hiking show ever. Not a common species in Powdermill, the American toad. It has been declining. I think there's a lot of reasons, but this is one of the species that I focus on and that I will focus on out here for the nature center. Ironically, here it is. That's a really good sign. Let's see, where is he at? There he is. Beautiful little, really, really small American toad, and I don't blame him for running away. Let's see if we can get the chipmunk. Oh, that's crazy. An insect ran into the lens and you saw that. You saw it like hit the lens. I think that's the chipmunk. Hard to say.
It's definitely a chipmunk. So I'm moving here.
I'm not saying that the lens, the 3x zoom lens, is a world beater, but it's just kind of cool. Gives you an idea of what these phones are capable of doing. Again, I don't expect like ultra HD, but the fact that I'm zoomed all the way in, you could see the chipmunk moving as we're talking here. And there, I think there's a mosquito that's trying to attack the lens, and you can see that on the lens as well. It's just really cool. Yeah, it's definitely the chipmunk. He's just like he's scratching himself and stuff. You guys are having a hard time seeing him. He is right there. See him moving?
From the cool visitor center at the beginning to all the wildlife and plant life we got to see on the trail. Got to see some young turkeys, a little American toad, some fish, all kinds of mushrooms and fungi on the trees. Just an awesome experience today. And we didn't even get to do that much of this area, just one short trail. So this is a cool area. Hope to come back here again sometime. If you're in the area, come check out Powdermill Nature Reserve.